All right, Ginkgo part 2. So where were we? Dioecious, male plants, female plants. The males produce the pollen. Hi, Bobby. It's my cat. The little catkins, and then the females produce the nuts with the seeds that stink like vomit. And so they're very hardy plants, and they're very like drought resistant. They can handle freezing and frost and all this stuff. They're amazing trees. And so they're great for landscaping and stuff. But then somewhere along the way they realized, like, hey, we don't really want these large trees that produce stinky vomit nuts dropping in, our neighborhoods and our yards and stuff. So somewhere, and there's a patent, so they started grafting them, female root bases, with a male branch. They graft the male branch on, and there's a patent, like a particular special way to do it with ginkgos. And so if you buy a ginkgo tree from any landscaping company or a garden nursery or a garden center or whatever, they're all grafted. They're all grafted. So that means that you get a female base, and then the male tree. It has something to do with fertilization and stuff like that too. Like, it's really complicated, and I was really getting so far down the rabbit hole where I was like, oh my god, I just have to stop. Like, there's just so much information. But this is what I've surmised. So they are grafting them so they can grow and not produce the stinky vomit nuts for our yards and landscapes. And the suckers come from the female root base when they're very young. And so this is a really cool thing, because I thought there were going to be suckers forever, and I was just going to have to be like constantly trimming them. But apparently, like, once it gets to a mature enough age, it stops producing the suckers. So that's cool, right? I mean, so what kind of, like, how old is your tree? How big is your tree? Did you buy it? Was it there when you moved in? Talk to me, girl. So yeah, I think that answers your question, right? I mean, so I'm kind of stoked. I learned a lot. Thanks for the question. If you do have suckers, you're supposed to like trim them almost immediately, just to ensure, that they're not taking nutrients from the main tree, and it's like not encouraging them to continue on with those suckers. I think that's it, and I'm gonna run out of time again. Anyway, I hope that answers your question.